Hey, Chef Mary. Hi, Summer. Your girlfriend is live. My girlfriend is live. Well, I hope she's having a good life. I had her up running in the background, popping in and out as I got in my morning writing. So, guys, let's see what the world has in store for us today. I hope you greeted it with grace, with kindness, with love, and in deep appreciation of the beauty that it's going to give you. We are in lesson 40. Hey, X, how are you? So we'll dive into lesson 40, just a few minutes. We'll wait and see who shows up, specifically those who are practicing. Well, XX, thank you so much, my friend. Beautiful way to start my live stream. Hey, Kat. Thank you so much. Kat says she is starting a peaceful protest. We are protesting the materialistic nature of Valentine's Day. Our slogan is love is a practice, not a purchase. Love your neighbor every day. All are welcome. X says, where's X? I'm good, thank you. Sorry I haven't been in. That's okay, X. Perfectly fine, my friend. You given any more thought to the military? Hi, Kat. I'll join you in whatever you do. Hey, Anna. Good morning to you, my friend. Marlon says, early Yogi catches the viewers. And it says, how are you this morning? Hey, Flora. Well, first let me say, you guys have to know how disappointed I am that the New England Patriots lost the Super Bowl. As everyone knows, they've been my all-time favorite team for at least a week. So that kind of commitment for me, devastating. Um, Kat says, I'm so Ute. Well, the Utes are a southwestern Native American tribe, and I like to think that my spiritual values align with the Ute philosophy of having a kinship with all life. So thank you for that. But she also says, and cute, and I love you. I love you too, Kat. X says, not sure if it was me. He said, military. If it was, I already gave up and forgot about it. You got it. Double X says, good evening, everyone. All right. So, I'm already over. I have forgiven the New England Patriots. I have forgiven the Seattle Seahawks because obviously they cheated somehow, right? They could not have won fair and square. For those who might not know, I really don't have any interest in football whatsoever. Maybe whatsoever is not true. I do like individual football players. Anyway, we're at lesson 40. For those who have persisted, lesson 40. That's a big commitment. 40 days in. We are 40 days into the New Year's, 40 days into A Course in Miracles lesson. Hey, Susan. Susanna, how are you? Lesson 40 begins with, I am blessed as a son of God. Before we proceed further, by 40 now, you know that the language of the Course is one, decidedly Christian, and two, decidedly masculine. That is just the style that it was written in. Feel free to change things around. I am blessed as a daughter of God. I am blessed as a child of God. I am blessed as a whatever. Fill it in. This is entirely up to you guys. The language is not the issue. The issue is the teaching of the hand. Today we will begin to assert some of the happy things to which you are entitled, being what you are. No long practice periods are required today, but very frequent short ones are necessary. Once every 10 minutes would be highly desirable, and you are urged to attempt this schedule and to adhere to it whenever possible. If you forget, try again. If there are long interruptions, try again. Whenever you remember, try again. You need not close your eyes for the exercise periods, although you will probably find it more helpful if you do so. However, you may be in a number of situations during the day when closing your eyes would not be feasible. Do not miss a practice period because of this. You can practice quite well under any circumstances if you really want to. Today's exercises take little time and no effort. Repeat the idea for today and then add several of the attributes you associate with being a son or daughter of God, applying them to yourself. One practice period might, for example, consist of the following. I am blessed as a son of God. I am happy, peaceful, loving, and contented. Another might take this form. I am blessed as a daughter of God. I am calm, quiet, assured, and confident. Pick the ones that are the most meaningful, that resonate the deepest with you. If only a brief period is available, merely tell yourself that you are blessed as a son or daughter will do, will suffice. That's it. That's it. As I said at the beginning, today we will begin to assert some of the happy things to which you are entitled, being what and who you are. That's pretty amazing. So we made it to lesson 40. All of those difficult lessons in which we're told that nothing we see, nothing we have, nothing we own mean anything, that we don't perceive our best interests, that what we see is a form of vengeance. They have all been that practice of negation. Seeing through Kat came in with her starting a peaceful protest against the materialistic nature of Valentine's Day, right? That is seeing through the surface to the depth of what Valentine's Day is supposed to represent love actually is. So all that stuff has been taken away. Now you can practice love. Now you're being told who you are, what you are. You are an invaluable aspect of the universe itself. There's no point where the universe ends and you begin. There's no point where you leave off and the universe starts. You are essential because you are part of the whole. You are sum and parcel of the whole. Just give me a second. And by that, let's get over to one of my all-time favorite authors. I don't know if Sniper is here. He will probably guess where I might be going with this as soon as I say, well, no, let me go to someone else. I was going to read Herman Melville, but I don't want to right now. Let's see. This is what I mean about part and parcel of the whole. Someone says, I love Bad Bunny. So how was the show? Did not watch it. No man is an island, entire of itself. Every man is a piece of the continent, a part of the main. If a cloud be washed away by the sea, Europe is the less. One second, guys. We're going to start over again. No man is an island, entire of itself. Every man is a piece of the continent, a part of the main. If a cloud be washed away by the sea, Europe is the less, as well as if a promontory were, as well as if a manners of thy friends, or of thy own. Any man's death diminishes me, because I am involved in mankind, and therefore never sin to know for whom the bell tolls, it tolls for thee. So no man is an island. We are not a part, entire of itself. Every man is a piece of a continent, a part of the main, the universe itself. So, hey Lee, Bad Bunny is a guy. I just looked him up. He's a guy. I don't know. I don't really know anything about Bad Bunny. Steve says halftime is awesome. Good, Steve. I'm glad you liked it. I was sleeping. Let's see. Lady Gaga. I do like Lady Gaga and Ricky Martin. Wow, I haven't heard that name in a long time. And Daddy Yankee. Never heard of Daddy Yankee. I'm so far out of the loop. The loop just doesn't even exist for me, guys. I am loopless. I've hung up my loop. I've dropped out of the community loop circle. I'm no longer part of the loop tribe. I don't even do the loop-de-loop when I go on a roller coaster. I am, you know, I just have a hula. I don't even have a hula hoop. I just have a hula. Kat says, I am blessed as a perfectly innocent and holy child of God. Indeed you are. So guys, thanks for being here. Any questions about lesson 40? So Sam, Selma, I'm glad that you liked the show. Steve, I'm glad that you liked the show. Marlon says, Cat and Innocent, not sure about that. I'm absolutely positive about that. Did I miss Miss Flipper? Hey, Miss Flipper. So last night before I went to bed, after I said goodbye to y'all in the evening, instead of watching the Super Bowl, I went on Gemini and asked about what did I ask about? I don't remember. It had something to do with my YouTube channel and what I'm doing. And YouTube said something very interesting on how to. Well, here's where it started. YouTube said, or not YouTube, Gemini said about my YouTube channel, your ministry. And it repeated that several times. And I don't know if I ever would have applied that to anything that I'm doing. I am a minister of the Church of the Tao, the Church of the Dude. If anyone wants to get married according to the principles of the Big Lebowski, I'm your man. I can do it for you. Hey, Sleaze, he thought he sounded cool when he said instead of watching the Super Bowl. I didn't think I sounded cool. I sounded cool. If you think you're sounding cool, you're definitely not cool. And let's see. Ministry. I like that term. It doesn't matter. It's not like a ministry of where you're asking people to join. It's not like a ministry where you even are searching for people to be part of. It means that you've declared your intent, your place of practice. So with that in mind, I'm adopting that. That yes, YouTube is definitely my my ministry, my place where I'm declaring my purpose. And what is my purpose? My purpose is the same as yours, whether you realize it or not. Doesn't even matter if you realize it or not. Eventually, all of us do. So this is what I wrote about this morning. It's about being a teacher. That made me really happy. When I read this in the manual for teachers, when I read it in the course, in the text, that all of us are teachers. Here's the question. Are we teaching the lessons of the Holy Spirit, or are we teaching the lessons of yes, it's a cult. It's the lesson of the ego. Take your pick. Every moment, what are you teaching? What do you wish to teach? Would you rather teach love, or would you rather teach division? And I don't mean long division. So when I thought teacher, how happy my parents would be. Both my parents were teachers. My father was a really good teacher, but he used to say that he was a good teacher, but my mom, she was an excellent, an extraordinary teacher, and she really was. That was her calling to be a teacher. So, a teacher of God, according to A Course in Miracles, is anyone who chooses to be one, regardless of background or religion, and it's a decision based solely on their wish to heal. There is a qualification here, though. This person has to have reached the point where they are willing to learn whatever lessons the Holy Spirit has in store for them, sincerely working on forgiving grievances and judgments made against the world. They made against the world. There are characteristics of God's teachers, but these are no ideals to meet. They're simply qualities displayed through the sincerity of the practice. Trusting in God as the only source to value, honesty, gentleness, the teacher demonstrates these qualities consistently over time, perhaps not perfectly so, but always with sincere return. Most importantly, there's a purpose to their teaching, an attempt to save time for this all-important healing, transforming the world through each forgiven moment. And lastly, a teacher of God has a method to use, a talent that may not even be apparent as they begin to first teach. It's not always overt, perhaps just a gentle stride through life with a smile that offers everyone the warmth of their unconditional love. This is an energy, a glow of sincerity, and grows stronger as their own practice deepens and their love expands further in its reach. A teacher of God, and with this, I find my purpose here. So that's it. Hey, Wayne. I agree with Kat. There are no bad bunnies. Hey, Hunt. So I suspect all of these are the same person coming in, trolling, and aren't we allowed to have different opinion on art? We are, for sure. But we're not allowed to have a different opinion on bunnies. I agree with Kat. There are no bad bunnies. Not even Bugs, not even Roger, not even Easter the. Kat says hi to Wayne. All right. Anyone who is doing to make Selma cry is going to get timed out. Hey, Days. Bunnies do stink if you can't clean them up after them. That's why they're supposed to make awesome pets. I'm not a... well, I like my bunnies outside. I love seeing wild bunnies. Kat says, I love you, Selma. Selma says, love you, Kat. So we have one rule in the live streams. You make Selma cry, you're timed out. It's a harsh rule, right? That's okay. I have two, Wayne. Kat says they apologize. Thank you. Thank you, Hunt. Obviously, you are not getting enough fiber in your diet, Hunt. If something is worse than poop, then yeah, you're deficient in fiber. Change your diet a bit. Things will get better, my friend. Things will get better. So, Wayne says pooping is awesome. It is when you do it when you do it right. Lee says, I miss Soul Stars. If you're watching, hey, good morning. Hey, Travis. Bro, get off the damn drugs. Control yourself. Kat says, yes, good poop is amazing. Any questions about lesson 40? Any question about the teachers of God? The characteristics, the 10 characteristics of God's teachers? I really have, I came late to Manual for Teachers, as well as Psychotherapy and the Song of Prayer, and I fell in love with the Song of Prayer, as well as the 10 characteristics of God's teachers. We have talked about this quite a bit. We talked about it with um, our guest last week, and I talked about it quite a bit with Miss Flipper. And speaking of guests, Miss Flipper, you still here? You coming up today at 1? Lee says, Selma, I'm attempting 5 tacos today, maybe too much. You can do it, Lee. If anyone can do it, Lee can do it. You know why? Lee's committed. He's viewing those tacos as if they're a mission. Lee, you let me know, man. When you come in if you come in this afternoon, I will personally give you a high five. Wayne says, I feel like I'm around family when poop is part of the conversation. Well, there you go. Welcome to the family. Hey, Stack. So I have a request for YouTube. Make every username pronounceable for me. That's all I ask for. Is that asking for too much? Double X and Double H. You, my friend, are defying the laws of biology when you do that. Amazing. Well done. Guess says, ooh, no, see a doctor immediately. Let's see. Look at Soma stepping up as a mod. It's a Taco Bell special. Hence why I do not eat at Taco Bell. Flora says, hi to Miss Flipper. Yep, 7 p.m. Rome time. Awesome. Do we have something on your mind that that you want to specifically talk about? Be nice to be gone. Yep, I agree. As I said, I suspect that mostly it's one person that we know who, for whatever reason, doesn't like to be overtly disruptive, so they come in with a bunch of alt accounts to be covertly disruptive. I always appreciate when someone at least owns up to their disruptiveness, right? Be the man that you think you are. Don't hide behind multiple accounts to do your disrupting, you know? Open-mindedness. I refuse to talk about open-mindedness. That's the one topic that I will not even open my mind to unless we bring it up this afternoon. And then I'm happy to talk about open-mindedness. Marlon says, I'm better at being kind than at being nice. I'd be interested in the distinctions that you make. Thanks for the invite. I don't subscribe to anyone, just pass through. That's okay. I don't care. Like says, I'm professional disruptive. Does that pay well? You know, if it pays well, what are the benefits? Do I get health insurance, dental insurance, paid vacations? How many weeks a year? Are weekends negotiable? Do I have to work through weekends? Let me know. And if you happen to be a kid, we love you anyway, especially if you're a kid. I suspect that some kids are kids that are in their mid-30s. Wayne says, fly on a wall. Someone says, I'm just going to pretend April Fool's doesn't exist. Good for you. Kat says, okay, Wayne, it was nice meeting you. Marlon says, Yogi is really on his A game today. Thank you, Marlon. Entertainment is payment enough. Life is about having fun. If that's what you make of it, my friend. We got some love from Flora. Thank you, Flora. But hey, Wayne, I'm glad that you can stop by and have fun with us. And Double X Double H, I'm glad that you stopped by and have some fun too. I hope you were entertained. If I did not entertain you, and let's face it, I don't entertain everyone. I do always entertain myself, though. I hope you were able to entertain yourself. What time do we got? We've been on for not quite half an hour. We're going to talk for just a little bit longer. And then I'm going to go out and take my walk. I'm going to do my workout. We'll be back live. Guys, I'm going to restart the once a week, I hope, members only live stream. And I'm thinking on Thursdays, maybe Tuesdays. What do you think? Do you guys have a favorite day? And it'll be maybe just a half hour. It's going to be solely devoted to talking about Course in Miracles, like a check-in. How's everything going? Answering questions, as well as maybe some specific breath work, maybe some short guided meditations. And, you know, I'd like to call it, and like what I'd like to say about the Course, the yoga of forgiveness. So we're going to blend those two together. Why is it the yoga of forgiveness? Why is forgiveness part of yoga? Val says, can you wish me happy birthday? No one has, not even my relatives. Happy birthday, Val. Happy birthday, my friend. I hope you have a wonderful day. Let's just say about your birthday, me personally, I'm glad you happened. I am glad that you happened. I'm glad that you're here. And by here, I mean the universe itself. Thank you for that. Hey, John. Yogi Ninja Turtle. Well, I don't like to brag, but I am pretty ninja-like. Someone says, can you protect me? Well, here's the thing, Selma. You are a top mod. Oh, can we protect you on on April's Fool? Yep, we can help protect you. Kat says, Yogi, this morning I woke up to the text audio talking about how important we all are to God. It's a lovely way to wake up. It is a valuable way to wake up. Imagine if we woke up with that thought every morning. What if we woke up thinking, I have a valuable place in the universe because I am the universe itself. I have a valuable place in the mind of God because I am a thought in the mind of God. And God is not thoughtless. Lee says, happy birthday. Val says, thank you, I'm now 17. 17 is a good year, my friend. Enjoy it. You got 365 days ahead of you to have a wonderful, wonderful 17th year. Someone says, happy birthday to Val. Happy birthday, Val. Love wanted you to exist. Beautiful. Hey, What's how are you? So 10 more lessons, guys, and we are out of the woods and into the forest, as far as the Course of Miracles is concerned. But as it said, even now, Even entering 40, now you're going to be given stuff instead of things seemingly taken away. The truth is, nothing can be taken away except through the lens of the ego. But the ego, not being real, can't lose anything. Not anything of true value. I wanted to cover real quick the 10 characteristics of God's teachers. I was talking about that earlier. Number one, and the only one that goes in great depth, is trust. Trusting in source. Trusting in the things that have true value and not in the things that are valueless. The beginning of the course shows us what is valueless. Things that are valueless are things that have been cherished. One, they're things, and they have been cherished by the ego as the ego's creation. And they exist solely at the pleasure or the peril of the ego itself. If the ego sees something as fearful, it very values it, it cherishes it, because it gives it an identity, gives us a sense of purpose. I am against this. And if the ego claims to love something, love through the lens of the ego is really meaningless. The ego can't love. The ego can only say, please me, make me happy, and as long as you do, I will bestow love upon you. I will bestow what I think of as love upon you. But as soon as a line is crossed, and it's the ego that always draws that line, guess what? My very special love that I had for you now turns into a very special hate. But even the hate is cherished, because now the purpose has been redesigned, repurposed. I get to dislike you. I get to hate you. I get to make you an enemy. You made my life horrible, made my life bad. You used to make me happy, but now you displease me. It's not love. It's what the Course calls a special relationship. So what does any of that have to do with trust? Trust is saying that all of that stuff that I just talked about doesn't come from the source. It comes from the ego. It comes from the false part of the mind. Our job is to consistently turn to the right part of the mind. The right part of the mind is the only mind that exists, and it is the mind of God. And within us, it exists as the Holy Spirit. That's the voice for God. The more consistently we turn to that voice, the more we find what is truly valuable. That's trusting. In process. The second is honesty. The third is tolerance. The fourth is gentleness. The fifth is joy. Sixth is defenselessness, generosity, patience, faithfulness, and this is what Miss Blipper wants to talk about, open-mindedness. But we won't say much about it now. We'll wait until this afternoon. Let's see. Miss Whipper says, can't the exact same thing be interpreted by ego or holiness? What do you mean? Which part? Also, special relationships can be given to the Holy Spirit. Yep, and they can be, and then they're no longer special relationships, right? Once they're given to the Holy Spirit, we're asked the Holy Spirit to show us what they are. We're asking the Holy Spirit to repurpose them. Adam says she fights with her evil twin sister, Kat. It's 3 a.m. in the morning. Have you been to sleep or are you up early? Anything and everything. Oh, no, I understand your first part. Can't the exact same things be interpreted by ego and holiness? Yes, yes. Hey, Skits. We got some love from Flora. Skits, I hope you're having a good day. Different cat, not on here. Gotcha. All right, guys, so we're going to wrap things up. We made it half an hour. The sun is rising earlier, fortunately for me. Hey, Anna, how are you, my friend? Good morning, Mr. Yogi. Good morning to you. At least until it's sometime in March when the clocks spring forward. My least favorite thing about spring. Because then we lose an hour of daylight in the morning again. We extend it in the evening, but we lose it in the morning. Me personally, I'd rather have that hour of light in the morning. Just me personally. Um, and I think in another week, the sun will come up before 7 a.m. for the first time since daylight savings time either began or end. What happens in the fall? Does it begin? Does it end? I don't know. All right. So we will see everyone later. Thank you, Miss Flipper. Look forward to talking. Someone says I got rid of Cat Adams. Cats can be persistent. Um, and it says, me too, and not have my sleep disturbed. Exactly. Floor says, bye, Yogi. Bye, everyone. Have a blessed day. You too, Floor. It doesn't make, we're a sleep deprived world. So many people suffer through sleep issues. So to add something to the mix, losing an hour of sleep in the morning, doesn't make sense to me at all. But hey, just add that to the list of things that don't make sense. I love you guys. I'll see you at 1 o'clock for Monday Miracles with Miss Flipper. Take care.